Right. Okay. So you saw those first three or two, or I don't remember. I'm putting them in after I say this. So, but you saw those screenshots. Okay. So not wanting to be dishonest or anything like that, disingenuous. To be completely honest, and to show that I am not above correcting myself, the very last video I did was me going off, railing about how it's impossible to hit the bonus now. And the very next week, this was last week, 9th, 10th, and 11th, that weekend bonus, 65 trips for 195, just like the one from that video, which was on February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So yeah, the very next week after I went and made that video, I went and hit that bonus, 65 trips for 195, and with the 12-hour constraints, the 12 hours every 18 hours, I guess, constraints. So there's that. So it turns out that I was wrong. It is possible. Now, having said that it is possible, or proven that it is possible, a couple things that I'm going to have to make sure that I get across to people when I say that. When I admit that A, I was wrong, and B, it is quite possible to do. And I actually did it with, I believe, a little bit of time to spare. Although again, I think I hit it at like 8 or something or 10 something on Sunday. It was going down, because one thing that does remain true, a lot of things remain true, is that Sunday night, 10 to Monday morning, the rides get scarce. So there's that. So a couple of things to know about this, especially when you're doing it in the DC metro area where it's okay. First thing, short trips. You can't do that shit with long trips. Obviously. You go from Florida to Maine, that's one trip. You go from wherever you are to 5 minutes away, that's still one trip. So you're gonna need to do short trips. Next thing, especially if you start off slightly later, pool. You're gonna have to do pool, and hope to God that it's 4 individual people in the car, not like that 2 and 2 business, or somebody gets a pool and it's just them, right? So there's that. The next thing is, what I now realize is that this bonus is for the people that just accept any and everything, and to hide the fact that just accepting any and everything kills you for the same amount of money that you could make working at carefully, tactically sniped times, right? Which is pretty much essentially evening rush hour, maybe if the boost is good, into from 9 to 12, right, in the weekdays. And then, of course, Friday night, Saturday morning, Sunday morning. And if there's anything going on, or some special event or something, or some shit, then maybe Sunday night into Monday morning, but not usually. Okay, so for the people that just accept everything, non-surge pool, surged UberX, boosted, non-boosted, whatever, that bonus is there to kind of mask the fact that they're not really making any money, and this is before you're taking taxes out. Taxes and, oh my god, wear and tear and maintenance. Yeah, okay, fine. And I'll get to that in a second. That bonus is there to help mask that. Okay? And just before you end up saying, fuck this, then you finally hit the bonus. And then you go from averaging, I guess, I don't know, $9 an hour, or $8 or $7 an hour. You all of a sudden start averaging $15 an hour, maybe even $17. Okay. In the case of me, what I was doing was I was doing my good trips at carefully boosted areas, and then come Sunday, if I needed like an extra 25 trips or less, I would just brute force it. So that's how I ended up making in the past the thousands of dollars, the 1200, 12. I think the max I've ever made was maybe 13. Actually, let me look it up right now. Wow. Let's see. What was I doing that one time when I broke 1300? Doing Uber X and pool, which I guess maybe the Uber XL and the Uber Black people are like, okay. Welcome to what I make every week. Fuck you guys. Alright, so don't know if you can see these. Right. I don't know if it's gonna get out of the way. I don't know if you can see these. If it's gonna focus in. Yeah, it's focusing. Okay. So there's that. There's that $1,000 one, but where's the best one? The best one that I ever did is looking like back to back. Shit. Where is it? Oh, focus, stop wasting time. Those two right there. Actually, where my finger are. Those are the two best that I ever hit. And let's see, for October 9th to 16th. It was 135 trips. I was online for 52 hours and 20 minutes. That's Uber's time. You know, so just to let you see that I'm not like making shit up here. You know, there's that. Right. See for yourself. Alright, whoops. Alright. And then fuck. And then for the other one, it was, oh wow, I managed to do that with Monday off. Okay, that's interesting. There you go. Fuck ass. There we go. And there's that. How many fucking trips was that on? I don't know. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. God damn, this thing should focus better than this. And faster. Okay, so it was 46 hours even Uber's time and 104 trips. Whatever. Point is, get this damn video going. So yeah, you know, so I know my strategies that I developed work. You can see that they work. There's the proof. So yeah, my thing was starting early, going fast, and doing the good boost, and if anything else was left and I needed more or was close to hitting it, that was the case. I don't know if Uber managed to caught on to that, because again, I've been costing Uber a lot of money. So now with this thing, in order to hit it, especially with the time constraints, you have to accept everything, and then you're able to hit the bonus. You know, so it kind of evens out. I guess Uber kind of gets back a little bit of their money, or maybe not by the time they pay out the bonus if it's good. But yeah, so you know that's kind of the thing. My strategy will not work anymore. But the thing is, for an extra 195, you know, again, you know, you have to look at you have to look at it as is the time efficient, you know, $1,200 for 52 hours, whereas I might make $800 or $900 for maybe only 19 hours or 20 hours, you know. If I just do the carefully boosted, carefully sniped out trips, you know, I mean, I clear an average of $800. I mean, this, ever since January 1st, has been kind of slow, but from past times, you know, I could easily clear $800 a week, you know, $500 on my worst weeks if like shit is just fucked up and I'm there dragging nuts, but average out $800 a week or more, you know. And then of course the 1,200, that's just some up there shit. I don't even remember. Yeah, okay, I hit all the bonuses and stuff, but still, I don't even know what the hell happened there. So yeah, that's the thing. Now then, people might want to talk about, okay, maintenance on your car or wear and tear and stuff. Okay, yes, wear and tear is there, but with all the YouTube videos that I'm watching from all these people that have all these things that make practical sense and do actually work as far as maintenance goes. Plus, again, as I always keep saying, I keep saying this guy, and he's not giving me a check or anything. Chris Fix, more than anybody else here on YouTube, he's the reason why I'm even able to talk about this stuff, because of what he taught me, or he taught the world really. And he himself is not a mechanic. I think he got a degree in biology, if I watched one of his videos right, you know. So there's that. Okay, yeah, wear and tear on the car, fine. Cars today can last. Even bullshit American cars can last. Okay, plus mine's a Japanese car. Wear and tear, yes, of course. All cars die at some point, but you know, cars can last. Cars can last a good 2 more. I mean, shit. There's cars with 1,000,000 miles on them. Old school cars that didn't exactly have, while tougher than cars today made out of thin air and paper plates and styrofoam. And I mean literal styrofoam. Get hit in the bumper with, like, hit those Honda Civics and shit in the bumper, and you'll see styrofoam flying everywhere. Okay. It's probably not just them. But the cars that were made tougher, sometimes made out of flat out iron, but didn't have the best build quality, right? And yet they're lasting a long time. So cars today, if you do the maintenance, do all the fluid flushes and stuff like that, especially fluid changes, they last. All right, you know, you do maintenance stuff, they last. You learn how to fix it yourself. They last, and you don't pay anywhere near as much. I mean, hell, the only thing I go into never go to the dealership, obviously, but the only thing I go into these shops for now is just fluid flushes and flat tire repairs, proper flat tire repairs, not that bullshit stuff. There's a reason for that. Go watch some videos on how a professional flat tire thing is done, and you'll know. So, you know, there's that. And then, of course, taxes. Tax is an interesting one. I was going to make a separate video about this, but I can just crowbar that in here. This also makes, and then this ultimately is just two more things. One is the tax, and then the other one is future employment. Taxes is an interesting one, because basically, from what I mean, especially in my case, I'm not spending a whole hell of a lot on repairs. Okay, so the maintenance aspect is kind of low. I probably spend more on gas over a year than I would on maintenance. And you know, there's like car insurance if you have a car note. Okay, cell phone, all that stuff is probably more individually, much less as a whole, than what I'm paying on maintenance to keep the car going. So there's that. But the taxes thing, it appears to me that you can either write off your mileage, or you can do some itemized thing and write off all your expenses. And usually, for most, if not all people, the mileage is going to be the better way to go. Okay. The problem with that is, if you use a mileage tracker like I do, I use Stride because it's free, and it does the same thing I think MileIQ does. Makes it in the same format that you can submit, but it's free. If you're going to make money with Uber, I mean, hell, again, well, I'll get to that in a second about how Uber covers everything for me. But if you're going to make money with Uber, you're going to have to make more than what you are able to write off, zero out from the mileage and taxes. Meaning, as it stands right now, let's take a look at it. Stride tax, and I'll show you this too. Last year's deductions. Last year, I was able to write off this much. from mileage. So you get to write off like what, 50 something cents per mile or some shit like that. I was able to write off that much, but according to Uber, I made gross about $40,000 something dollars. Okay. And then of course minus their fees is actually I have that paper here too. Where is that shit? I'm not trying to take too long with this video. Here we go. According to Uber, so I drove 26,974 miles and 92 cents according to Stride, and I believe I started this thing late because I found out about them late. I think I started recording it in March, so January and February and part of March I missed. So it could have probably been more money taken off, more miles and more money taken off. But let's see now. Total deductions is $14,431.58. Okay. Now, as far as the taxes go from Uber's standpoint, I mean, I'm just being upfront and honest here. I'd rather not put my money out here on internet and business and shit. I'd rather not, but you know, I see this thing. Yeah, here we go. Hide my name because y'all don't need to see that. Could probably hide the Uber tax thing too, but so there's that. Hide any kind of identifying marks. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Oops. So there's that. So apparently gross, I made 40,000 blah 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 with Uber. Okay. And then there's that. Okay. Now, to pay zero taxes, I would have to have made 14,000 something, you know, which kind of means, what fuck. If you did nothing but non-search pools in a year, you'd probably make more than this. So shit. Okay. So for me, I'm gonna have to pay something in taxes, right? Unless, of course, there's something I don't know about. I'm going to be taking it to a tax professional. I'm not going to be doing it myself like I normally did with my taxes. But yeah, that's if you're going to be making money with Uber, you're going to be paying taxes, which means how much money are you making really? That's the thing that I was never looking at the maintenance. From the moment that I realized I could do maintenance on my car myself, plus the knowledge stays with me for when I'm finally done Uber. I didn't look at maintenance as a big deal as far as expenses. My engine and transmission is doing fine, so there's that. But the taxes is the thing, because I'm like, okay, I'm strategically doing this and I'm making money, but taxes. And that, I mean, at that point, it's like, should I make less money and then pay no taxes, but then can't cover anything, you know, and have to probably go on like government assistance? Or make more money, cover my bills, but then taxes. That's the thing you gotta look at. And now for the last part of this video, and that is, for all of what I say about Uber, two things, even more than the money, which, let's be honest, is not the best. It's not no 80,000, 90, 100,000. I'm kind of wondering if even Uber Black and Uber XL, Uber SUV people are making that kind of money. But one thing I will say is this. Two things. The simpler one is the freedom. As it stands right now, it's 9:52 a.m. I decided not to do the morning rush hour, where it's an extra $3. And I didn't. That was it. Just the freedom to say, yes, I will work now. No, I will not work now. Within reason, obviously, if you're going to make any kind of consequential money. there are going to be have to be some times when you work, obviously, and work at certain points in time, which kind of means it's like, maybe just get a job. But, and here comes the more important part. I had an interview a couple days back. I think maybe Monday, Tuesday, or something like that. And it is now, what the hell today? Friday today. Okay. And it was going great. It was back in the tech. Technically not, but basically, yeah, tech field. Okay. Tech job for my computer nerd ass. Okay. Not gonna say where, but yeah, I'm not gonna say where. But because I know that people from my other job are watching this, huh? Yeah, and I know no, you're not that lucky. Yeah. And the interview went well, and they seemed really impressed with my resume and all the tech places I've worked, Micro Center, Best Buy, Geek Squad, or CompUSA, and all that stuff. And of course my history with computers ever since high school, really elementary school, but officially high school. So it was going great. I looked like the greatest person for the job. Okay. They said that they were going to get back to me within like 24 to 48 hours. That was Monday or Tuesday. It is now Friday. Okay, they had to do other interviews and stuff like that, but they'll definitely get back to me. This is looking great. And, hell, me being prepared, I was ready to go. I had my social security card. I had my direct deposit form, the voided check printout from ING, Capital 136. I still call them ING because, yeah. And I haven't got back to them. And this comes to the second point of Uber, which at least for me is the case because I don't have any kids and all that shit, The fact that I am able to work Uber and able to cover all my bills might be slow paying some stuff down, but I'm at least able to cover all my bills means that I do not have to go into any interview hungry, starving. I am able to, I'm not calling them back. I also don't appreciate the fact that I would have to go from Germantown way the hell over to damn near the east side of 495 in Hyattsville, right? In rush hour. And because as you can see, I'm all about electronic proofs, electronic evidence proof, whatever you want to call it. Electronics are my best friend, not people. So I am all about being able to prove stuff on a screen of some sort, videotape evidence, audio evidence if videotape evidence isn't enough, electronic e-proofs. Okay, let's go here.
Let's take I-495 east and I-495 south. In 300 feet, turn right on Crystal Rock Drive. Then turn right.
Right now at 9 something with no rush hour, it's going to take me 47 minutes as is this the fastest route? No, probably the most optimized. The fastest one is to pay fucking tolls on 200. And I go 39, but yeah. Right? This shit is guaranteed to be over an hour during rush hour to and back. And that's what I would have to be dealing with Monday through Friday from 8 to 6, 8 to 5, 8 to 6. Yeah, I think it's 8 to 5, right? I don't have to deal with this shit now, and I don't have to deal with that shit now, and I haven't had to deal with it for over a year. Okay? Yes, I do work during rush hour, but I don't have anywhere going, and I'm getting paid to sit in rush hour. Okay? So, as much as I want to get out of Uber, because, I mean, fuck, I don't want to be making this money for the rest of my life. I'd like to advance, of course. I mean, and I mean, again, I have, what? I don't want to take those books off, so let me see. Can you see them? Can you see them right here? A plus, complete, 22701, 22702. This was like 2 editions back. This is the current edition that's probably going to be done this year sometime before you get to like the 1000 edition. This is a Network Plus book. This book and this book right here, these two, I got when Borders in White Flint Mall was going out of business. Now, if anybody remembers Borders, Barnes & Noble competitor, they are long gone. Long gone. White Flint Mall is long gone. They're demolished. That's one of the places that Amazon was looking at for as a place to set up camp number 2, right? I'd like to put the shit that I learned from these books, and actually I need to reread this book. No, read this book once. I never did get to this. I need to, and then well, that's C++, never mind. I'd like to put this shit to good use and make some fucking money, alright? So, there's that. So it's not, whoops. It's, I don't want to be doing Uber my entire life. But, my thing is that, because I'm able to make Uber work, I am not walking in there desperate. Like, these people that I did the interview with, I'm not calling them back. They can call me, okay? And it is very nice to be in that position to where it's like, okay, doesn't work out, bye-bye. Not calling them back. I'm pretty sure everybody from Walmart to McDonald's to those people to everybody else is getting a whole bunch of interviews, a whole bunch of applicants. Jobs. Me? Put it to you like this. Everybody's rushing around me, and I'm standing still. Like, everybody's just rushing like a mad stampede towards a job, and I'm just standing there. I'm the one person standing there. If you ever see that video, that picture, that black and white picture of everybody saluting Hitler, I'm that one guy that's standing there like this. I'm not desperate. I would like to get out of Uber. I would like to not kill my car anymore. I would like to, despite knowing how to fix it, I would like to get more money, even if that means it's also nice to not have some fucking man. But I'm not walking into the grocery store starving to death, okay? Put it to you like that. And those two things, not so much the money, obviously, considering the amount of work I had to put into it, those two things are what I will always thank Uber for, as much as I rail on them for a whole bunch of shit, like a whole rack of stuff. Those two things more than anything, I will always be thanking them for, right? While I still try to get the fuck away from them. So, that's it. I guess it is possible to hit this bonus. Start early, start often. It's the weekend now, so it's again another 65 trips, but only $155. I don't know. It's raining. It's kind of raining. President's Day is coming up, or some shit like that, or Washington's birthday, or some shit, the 19th. My birthday's on the 20th. I really didn't want to work on my birthday, but considering that the 19th might not be, government might be out. I don't know if school's gonna be out. The 19th might not be a good day, and I'd rather not lose 2 days, but I kind of don't want to work on my birthday. But I don't know if I'm going to try for the bonus again this week. Who knows, I might. I got nothing else doing, really. I'm just going to bang out a bunch of YouTube videos and then head to the gym, and I just might. But yeah, so that's it. That's it for this. To be completely honest, and not make it seem like, oh man, I can't have done shit, man. Not like somebody else proved me wrong. I wouldn't prove myself wrong. I'm gonna look like a fucking dumbass. No. Especially since it's me, I'm controlling the fall. Since I'm the one outing myself, I control how hard I get hurt. Yeah, it is possible. But it's a bit of work, and chances are you can't do tactical plus hit the bonus like I've been doing. So the chance of me getting 1,000 $1,200 again a week. That would have to be a good week, maybe in the summer, or just when it's dry and warm or cool, right? Because this winter kind of sucked a little bit. And yeah, anyway. Things to think about for all you people that are also doing Uber, especially here in the DC metro area or any other major metro city where there are short trips and long trips outside, and you know, especially for those of you who need Uber to live. You got mortgages paying, you got fucking kid or kids plural, you got wife, you got girlfriend. Why the hell isn't the girlfriend working too? If it's the wife, maybe she's a house. For those of you who need Uber to that extent, well, first of all, God bless you, and hopefully this video is some stuff to think about. But yeah. Anyway, later.